What's happening, folks? And welcome back to Movie Crack. Roll it, son. So we got our first sneak peek at Stranger Things, the last ever season. Well, last ever season. You know, the way the world is now, I'm sure they're going to figure out a way to spin out some spin off. But anyhow, we got our first 5 minutes of a sneak peek this week, and I feel like nobody's talking about it, so I wanted to give my thoughts. And it's actually more like 4 minutes, to be quite honest. So for those of you who haven't watched the sneak peek yet, I do recommend going to watch it because I'm going to be talking about everything that happens in it. So the sneak peek opens up in the Upside Down world, and it's back in season 1 around the time that Will was trapped in the Upside Down world. For anybody who's a big fan of the show like I am, you'll know what I'm talking about. And can I just say, in my opinion, Will, he's one of the weakest characters in this show. And it always gives me anxiety that he is such a big part of the overarching story because I feel like nobody talks about Will when they talk about Stranger Things. But anyway, I digress. So the scene opens up and he's singing Should I Stay or Should I Go? That song. And as the camera pans in, everything is looking all right, but then you get a close up at his face. And when you get this close up of his face, you realize because so much time has passed since they directed season 1, the characters have all got older. They use CGI to fully render Will in this sneak peek. I'm putting it up on screen now, and what in the CGI fuckery is that? So I watched a sneak peek with my fiance, and she looked at me when we first saw a close up of Will's face, and she said, "This can't be real." And I said, "This is 100% real." So yes, they 100% render Will in CGI in this flashback sequence. I don't know if they're polishing this up before the show actually officially comes out or whatever, but they really should. I was at Back to the Future, the 40th anniversary release this week in cinema, and they jump back 30 years in that movie, and they don't use one drop of CGI to make characters look younger 30 years earlier. That movie came out in 1985, 40 fucking years ago. You're telling me that they can't render Will young without using CGI? They can't use some fucking creative nitpick tricks? I'm sorry, but it's ridiculous. But anyway, I digress. So Will gets chased through the Upside Down by a Demogorgon. If you don't know what a Demogorgon is, it's like the monster that was in the first season of Stranger Things. I also found this disappointing. So the Demogorgon in Stranger Things, it's kind of the OG monster, so I get that. But this is the sneak peek for the last ever season. Like they could have created a new monster that we haven't seen before. And you first get a look at it in this sneak peek to build up the hype for, ooh, maybe it's something we haven't seen before. How are they going to deal with it? But no, it's just a regular Demogorgon. Anywho, he chases Will through the upside down world and captures him. When Will wakes up, he's in Vecna's lair. And we get the first appearance of the main villain, the main antagonist, Vecna. And I have to admit, he looks good in the sneak peek. And I've always really liked the way he looks. He's menacing. He's got like this thing going on with his eyes. They're like dead inside. And he's real creepy. And I really like Vecna. And then Vecna inserts a tube into Will's mouth and he feeds him some of the upside down juices, you know? See, he puts the tube in his mouth and he puts something into Will, and then he touches his face and says, together they're going to do something or other. I can't really remember right now, but take over or something. But I thought I noticed as his hand touched Will's face, it turned into more of a human hand, like all the dead shit fell off of his hand and it looked more human. So I don't know if that was a hint that Vecna is trying to merge with Will to help him turn back into human, or some people are speculating that Will is actually still in the upside down world and the Will in the real world is Vecna in disguise. I don't know. It's hard to know. But I have to say I was disappointed with this sneak peek, you know. For the last ever season, my hopes were high, but now they're not so high. I mean, Jesus Christ, please tidy up the CGI. It's fucking awful. What do you think? Will Stranger Things be a disaster? I don't know. It's hard to know. That being said, see you in the next one. Hopefully it's a good one. That's all I got for today. Good luck.